Bueno, introducción bien rapidita. Ayer fue el evento de Call of Dragons en Colonia, Alemania, donde participamos yo, Chiscool, algunos otros creadores de contenido, unos cuantos jugadores y los desarrolladores. Una de las cosas más interesantes de este evento fueron las preguntas y respuestas, fueron preguntas que les mandamos nosotros de antemano, ya semanas antes, y en este momento lo que hicieron fue leer las preguntas y responderlas. En este video van a tener todo eso sin editar, sin subtítulos, sin nada. Lo estoy subiendo así para aquellos que quieran verlo entero, para aquellos que entiendan inglés, obviamente, o para otros creadores de contenido que quieran usarlo para hacer videos al respecto también, que lo puedan ver. Ya estoy preparando en este preciso momento una versión traducida, donde voy a mencionar absolutamente toda la información. Lo más probable es que no lo termine hoy, lo voy a subir mañana. Y tengo también material para hacer un blog, que lo voy a hacer también lo más rápido posible. Por ahora les dejo esto para no hacerlos esperar.
We have Victor also there. Victor is a game writer. He's part of the narrative team, and actually, before artists like Aleix design heroes, they are being worked on by the narrative team, but they write the storyline, the childhood, the character of the hero, the dialogues and stuff like that. So that's Victor. And then we have, last but not least, we have Cécile. Cécile is the dubbing manager. So there are voices in the game, and all the dialogues are recorded, and where all those recordings were done under her watch. So yeah, she's a very busy woman. So yeah, that's four of us from Paris team. So we don't have actually game designer in the team. It's mostly artists in Paris.
So the first question to Felipe here is, why is there a long wait time after the Dragon until the beginning of the new season? The activity goes way down between season, and it is a fact that we lose players in that time.
All right, so we begin by a tricky one. Thank you. I have my notes, So, hello, my name is Philippe Roberts. So yes, we are aware that there are some concerns, about the time between two seasons. We know that. We already reduced a bit the duration of the season one. It was feedback from players actually. I think originally the season one was like 75 to 85 days, and it has been reduced to 70 to 75. So that's one thing. But we know that the time between two seasons is still a bit long. Recently we introduced the pet system so that the players have more things to do during this time. But it's not enough. So we are basically doing two things. We are still working to optimize, this time between seasons, and we are also working on implementing new systems, to keep the players active and entertained between this transition time. So we know, and it's in progress. We are working on it.
Thank you. Let's move on to the next one. Thank you. So, can we actually improve the scout building to make it less of a hassle, that it's less manual and more automatic? So, for instance, to turn it into more of a send scout, and that returns with rewards, and instead of discover where everyone's scout building has 99,000 of different notifications. It's for me, it's also a problem because I have OCD, so I want to click everyone. Yes.
Yeah, indeed, you have a lot of red dots to click everywhere. Yeah, absolutely. So again, we heard about that, and we need to find a balance. But basically, we are trying currently to reorganize all the way the notifications are managed in the game, and also the way the exploration is made. So yeah, there's a deep work in there to reorganize the notification, also the rewards you get from the exploration. But we still want players to be notified about what has been found actually by the scouts in the map, but it needs to be reorganized compared to currently. So actually it's in the work, and I think maybe in the next version, 1.0.21, maybe you will see some improvements already in that area.
Thank you. And the next one is, there's a lot of time and effort that is put into alliances. And what are some changes that we can expect in the future in terms of general changes and also at the end of season reset?
Yeah, so obviously alliances are really important, to everyone, and it's like a pillar of the community feeling in the game. So that's really important for us. And by the way, we receive a lot of feedback, from players, from content creators. We receive a lot of input about the alliance management. So thank you everyone for all the feedback, because we really dig that. So it's a bit challenging for us because okay, we have the alliances and we know there are improvements to be made. We also have the reset system, between each season, and sometimes these two have a bit contradictory objective, so we need to find a balance between both. But basically, recently we introduced a new system, that, like the region pre-selection, that you can choose which region you want to go next, so that the alliance is not disbanded. So we know there are improvements to be made. We do it like one by one, step by step, because we don't want to break everything. So we make one change, and then if it goes well, we do another change one by one. Also, recently we reworked the way the donations and the gifting were managed in the alliances. So yeah, we know there are things to improve, and we are doing it one at a time, but it's in the work, absolutely. Oh, yeah, there's a question.
Yes.
Can we speed up the alliance chest? When you do that times 10, it takes longer than you pressing one by one and reading every single name.
So the long-awaited claim all button.
Yeah, the 10 times 10 takes longer.
Right.
Or make it button one by one.
Yeah,
It was faster.
One claim 10, it's already a progress compared to before.
Sometimes I press the X10, I'm like, oh shit. Let's wait for it.
And sometimes you wish to see which of your alliance members donated this.
Yeah, but one by one you get to see as well.
That's correct. All right, I'll take note of that.
Yeah.
Thank you. All right, let's move on to the next question. So, when is the migration open for all servers, and when will the migration pool be extended beyond servers playing the same season? This is more complicated.
Yeah. So yeah, migration begins after season 2. That's when the migration system opens, and we plan to have cross-server migration with season 3, or hopefully before season 3 actually. So it's in the pipe. Yeah. So
the pool bigger, like more than the 4 servers you have.
Yeah.
Make it bigger.
Yeah, well, there will be cross-server migration. Yeah, hopefully before season 3. So yeah, during next year basically.
Right. So I guess we'll be having more of the availability for migrations and so forth in the future. And the next question is, do you plan events that highly reward activity and grind, like the Marauder event in Rise of Kingdoms, pre-KVK?
So yes, we plan to do that. Those are like pre-season events. We are working on that. It may not be like the Marauder in Rise of Kingdom. It could be different, and somehow we reuse a bit the experience from Rise of Kingdom to propose different stuff in Call of Dragons. But basically, yes, before the new season begins, we are working on events for this pre-season time. Yeah.
Thank you. So, will there be any changes to the system to revert heroes to level 60, except during PvP?
Yeah, well, there was a change recently about that, actually. We removed the cap to at 50. So now you can still gain experience beyond level 50 by doing PvE, by attacking darklings and stuff. So yeah, there's been change in that area recently.
And what is the relationship between Nika and Nico? Maybe for one of the.
Yeah, well, that's a cool one. Yeah. That's a cool question. So they are brother and sister. They are twins, brother and sister. But actually, Nika, the girl, she was the firstborn. She's a little bit older than Nico. Yeah, absolutely. And well, Nika is quite. She has always been challenging to her younger brother. Like who can finish the play the fastest and stuff like that. And they both started the assassin training, but Nico quickly stopped because he is really afraid of blood. So when you want to be assassin, you know, it's a problem if you don't like blood, if you can't stand blood.
So he became an archer.
Yeah, absolutely. So he became like the science guy. But you know, they are really close to each other, they really like each other. Like the knives that Nika is using, you know, to kill people, the knives have been manufactured, engineered by Nico. And on the other hand, when Nika, she can find some secret documents and stuff like that, she steals them, you know, like blueprints, she steals them to give them to Nico, to her brother.
Thank you. That was a very interesting backstory.
The trader sells the contraband.
All right. Right. Next one. So why not introduce a challenge such as holding an area for an extended period around 24 hours, and where winner is the one that occupies the longest?
Well, actually, we have an event in the game called Providing Grounds, and it's already featured this kind of thing where if you occupy some terrain, you get points, absolutely. So actually, we do have something in the game already. We have an event in that way.
And the next, will there be changes to the pet system skill slots, allowing users to choose which ones to remove and select empty slots, and for learning new skills? And also, is there a plan to implement a slot lock to address this? So this is very much high demanding question in here.
Okay, we know, we hear you. Okay, yeah. So yes, we are working on that. We know there are things to improve in the pet system. So yes, we heard you and we are working on it. To be honest, we don't know yet if it will be like we lock a slot or if it will be another system. But you know, the goal is the same. You know, the goal is to improve, and we know that some things are not in the slot management. Some things are not totally satisfying. We heard, and we are working to improve that. Absolutely.
All right, thank you. Sure.
Will there be a change to the barricades?
The barricades.
Yeah.
So are you talking about the structure where?
No, the way that the level 6 barricades completely like slows you down. You don't have no PvP. This is a question that many people ask.
So you're talking about the alliance structures where you can...
No, I mean the barricades. Like now that you know the barricades reduce the speed furthermore than before. Like before, previously it was like 30%, something like that. Now I think it's 60 or something, which literally makes you like completely like unable to move forward.
Let me get back to you on that. I'll send a message over to our dev team later to answer that. And the next one is season resets are great for maintaining a healthy player base, but losing alliance progress seems like it's a big thing. Then, so can we expect any changes and updates to address this?
So for now, we don't plan to change the season reset. The reset on technologies in the alliance. We don't plan to change that for now. But you know, as I said before, we know that the season reset is making some sorry for my English. Yeah, so discomfort in the alliance management. So we are aware of that, and we are working to minimize, you know, the discomfort on your side. But you know, the reset mechanism is still a core thing, so we need to find a balance between both. Yeah, so we are working on that.
Yes. Right. And what are the next heroes for the next seasons? So can we have leaks, please?
Well, there's plenty of, well, so recently we introduced Goresh and Skogul. You know, there are two infantry heroes, which are pretty cool, I believe. And we have mage heroes coming next. We have mage heroes. Yeah, we know they are expected. And you know, there will be also heroes coming from Paris Studio, actually, in the pipe. There are many heroes. Something really cool about the upcoming heroes is that, well, their design will be cool. There will be new races. You know, like the more it goes, the wider the range of heroes and the races involved in the game. You know, there's more and more diversity in the heroes, but also like their skill, their mechanism. The new heroes, you know, they don't just give a buff on numbers. You know, they will introduce like new game mechanics, unique way of playing them. You know, a little bit like mobile inspired in a way. And we think it's really interesting, and it will really make them interesting to play and different from one to another. So we have great stuff in the pipe regarding heroes for you.
Yes. Well,
Will any of the mages be flying heroes? Do you know that at this point?
We have some flying heroes in the
far future.
I mean, do you know if the next mages will be flying or not?
Yeah, Victor said yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, so there will be some flying heroes.
Right, we'll be looking forward to that.
Yeah, everyone's looking forward to that.
Right, next one is, a lot of people from my client want to know if the pet skills are going to have a new and better system. And another question from my client is, there is going to be a shiny version of the pets, like in Pokemon.
Yeah, well, the shiny version is really cool suggestion. We didn't think about that, but now we have it in mind, and it's really cool. So no, you don't like it? No? It could be nice. It could be nice. No, it would not be like Pokemon, but it could be nice actually. So yeah, so thank you very much for this suggestion. Now we have it in the seed is in the brain, and. Yeah, so as I said, there's a rework for the slot system and the skill management for the pets. We know there's some concern about that, so there's some optimization in the work for the pets mechanism in general.
Alright. Shiny pet. Alright, this one. Will there be new VIP levels?
So yes, there will be new VIP levels, but to be honest, not right now. It's not planned right now, but it's more a long-term thing, a long-term evolution. But at some point, yes, it will come to the game.
Yes.
I'm already VIP 15. Do I have to keep my VIP points in the bag, or if I use them now, will it apply them in the background for when it increases?
Just like
Well, from personal experience, I would save up. Yes, personal experience. And next question. What are the plans for future events?
There are many plans for future events. So many stuff are coming. There will be like daily events, festive related events, some solo events, one player. Also, like PV events. We actually, in the company, we even have an AI team, and they are also working. The AI group is working with the event team, to offer new challenges. So there are many different type of new events that are coming to the game. Yeah, from solo, small group of players, big group of players, short time duration, long time duration. Many things are coming.
All right.
we got a Christmas event.
Christmas events.
Now you're gonna
I think it's planned. I know there's a quiz for New Year's Eve, but I believe there will be some. I know that there should be something for the Chinese New Year also. I believe yes, there will be. I'm not sure. Okay, so but I believe there will be some Christmas events. I think so.
So we'll confirm this after the event, and we'll talk on this one. Next one is, what are the future plans for Call of Dragons? This is a bit broad.
Yeah, so that's the big question. Yeah. So the plans again. There are many plans for Call of Dragons. For long term. One of the biggest tasks we have at hand right now is the work on season 3. And actually in the company someone made a diagram with like all the dependencies, all the parts of the game which are involved with the season 3, and it's a huge diagram. It's a really a big task for us. Season 3 means a new continent, new things to discover. There's a brand new race coming to the game. So yeah, the really great things coming with season 3. Of course, there will be new heroes, new legendary heroes coming with season 3. A new race, as I said. We are also working on the 4th faction. Right now in the game you can play as human, elf, or orc. and there will be a fourth playable faction in the game. We don't know yet. You know, it could be dwarves. You know, like which is the more traditional fantasy choice, or it could be a brand new race that will be introduced in the season 3. We didn't choose yet if it's one or the other. It will depend also on the storytelling. There will be new story chapters coming for the season 3. New events. Yeah, so plenty of new things are coming to the game, you know, in the coming months.
Yes.
You probably got some feedback about the season 2 map that needs to be fixed with a lot of stuff like the sandboxes, the barricades that my friend talked about. Season 2 map had many mechanical difficulties in moving. You're gonna fix this, and you're gonna have new behemoths or no?
I will not answer about behemoths. It could be indeed, but I don't want to commit on that. But yeah, we got, you know, feedback on the barricades and more. Actually, we are even for the map. We are welcoming any detailed feedback that you can give us. If you make like screenshots or videos, you know, where you can talk, you can make comments, or you know, on this part of the map, I don't like this, I don't like that. You know, send it to us. And it's really food for us, you know, to make sure that we improve that on the season 3 map. Absolutely.
That's the thing that I was saying as well.
For barricades.
Yeah. But the thing is, like in the S1 map, when you was pushing like a bridge or something, even if enemy put barricades, it was so easy to get through. Now, even if there's like 100 people on the other side, just 20 people can defend the area because of the barricades. They can't come down.
All right.
That's the issue that we was trying to fix.
So yeah, we will definitely relay that, you know, to the core design team. But you know, if you have screens or videos and stuff, you know, that you can send us, and you can even comment the videos, you know, live to show this part of the map. You know, I was blocked there and stuff. You can send it to us. So that will, yeah, absolutely. Thank you very much for this feedback. You know, for this input.
Thank you for that.
Yeah, but they just send a comment. They just send a Facebook link and we just get.
So, will it be armor for the heroes in the future? Any armors?
Well, to be honest, no. We don't plan to have a new armor system for the heroes. The reason is that, you know, we believe with the artifacts and the pets, we think it's good enough for now, and we have plenty of evolution, you know, with these 2 axes. So honestly, not for now.
Right. Yes.
Do we get skins for the heroes with buffs like we have for the Hound?
That's very interesting.
Yeah. Yeah. So we heard about that. I don't think it's planned for now. We are still trying to add more heroes to the game. And maybe when we have a big number of heroes, maybe it would be cool to revisit them and give them skins. But for now, maybe the priority is more to increase the number of heroes to the game, I believe. But maybe at some point, you know, definitely would be cool to have. I agree.
Yes.
About the heroes, like we have now 3 blue heroes: Chapter, Keller, and Order. Will there be any rework for them? Because now I'm using them only as farmers. They're just.
So what you're asking is, would there be more?
Yeah, or will they get a rework or something?
More gathering heroes?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, actually, one of them is being made in Paris. So yeah. So yes, there will be more gathering heroes coming to the game, absolutely, and some cool ones.
That's one that we'll get back to. Will it be possible to change the gold statues of awakened heroes?
Yes. Yeah. So yes, it will be possible at some point. I don't know yet if it will be some events, you know, to recycle some items, or it will be like a dedicated feature. But yeah, it will be possible at some point to recycle some events, and you know, you may be able to choose what you want to recycle and what you want to get instead. So yeah, it's the plan. Yes, it is.
Sounds great. Right. Are there any plans to add new researches to the game? We're talking about T1, T6.
No, not for now, to be honest. We believe that the research tree that we have, you know, currently they do the job, and we prefer to focus our time on other stuff. So maybe at some point later on, you know, because we always track what happens in the game and we carefully watch. But for now, we don't think it's a top one priority.
And will there be building upgrades to level 30 in the future? A follow-up question. Yes. So it's kind of like a follow-up question.
Yeah, well, it's pretty much the same answer. It's not planned for now. It may come later on, but for now it's not planned, to be honest.
And what are your future plans for small-scale PvE content involving around 10 people?
Yeah, well, I won't disclose too much about that, but there is plan for small-scale PvE. Actually, we just saw some video internally, you know, about PvE events with 10 people involved. So it's definitely in the plan, and it will come hopefully quite soon. So you may be able to experience that soon enough in the game. So it's definitely coming.
Alright. And this is the last question. So this is the last question. What ideas do you have for the abilities of the upcoming hero? And can you share any details about new events in the pipeline?
Well, I'm afraid I'm going to be a bit redundant here. So yeah, abilities of upcoming heroes, as I explained, we really want each new hero to be quite unique to play, with really new game mechanism, you know, so it's not just heroes that buff the number, but that really introduce a new way of playing, because, you know, that's really more interesting that way. So that's very exciting. And for new events, as I said, you know, so there will be like solo events, and alliance events also, like for daily activities, the festive stuff, AI boosted events. So there are many new events coming to the game.
Alright, so that is all for the Q&A session, and I know you have more questions, and you can actually find me in private, and we can always talk through. And actually we have some live kitchen over there, and then if that's all, we can start dinner. Yeah, right, thank you. Let's go eat.